Please welcome our next poet, Mondheim. Yay! The furthest in on a booth over there. Okay, you got this.
That's my coworker. Hi. If you were here at the Heartstick Pride event on like June 2nd, maybe, I don't know, one of those days, you've heard this poem maybe before. It's new old shit. Anyway, did you know that at least 1 to 5% of the world's bird population is transgender? Anyone? I'm lying. Anyway, let's get to it. What?
I'm sorry, I'm so bad at it.
I had to be tall. You're welcome. Anyway, it's messed up. Anyway, for those not privy, this is called Ornithogonia. Today I sit at no one's bench, at a courtyard with no name. I am faceless while the faces of the people pass, catatonic, content to carry on like nothing's happened, like they don't see it there right next to me. A little bird perches beside me. We sit here in this courtyard under the trees in dappled light, curled talons of gold encrusted with jewels and a blaze of sapphire feathers on its head. It follows me home, certain as the sun herself follows the night at the blue dawn, and it, you, are just a thought. Sometimes you're the peregrine falcon swooping in to devour the gentleness of its kind, pigeons and ducks, even precious, tiny songbirds, or the looming vulture preying on its past life at the shoulder of the interstate, a smattering of glistening blue feathers, flesh and hollow bones. No one here can see you but me. I know you like the moon knows the ocean, a dark mirror I reflect on over and over, each wave variations to a theme. On flightless skin, I pluck out the last of my feathers and wait for them to grow back the right color. I remember you, it, me. I see you, a memory of a person I could be one day, a lover, an enemy, a stranger, and I know you as I know myself. I love you in my first language, holy, holier than any god, any heaven promised to me, and so I do not pray. I go to watch the birds. And you are there with me when the egg cracks, a great sea of feathers, waves of iridescence adorned by beak and talon. You are there with me, perched on the trees that burn neon green in the funeral shroud of summer storms. You wail my death knell. You are there with me when my reflection asks once more to die and die again, shows me the night birds with the moon on their backs, and when it, you, ask me to join them, to see myself again as I saw you long ago. The conference of the birds is there, limitless in numbers, shows itself to me. Seeking the great bird Seamorg, I am of it, as it is of me. The great bird Seamorg just got her consultation, her first time injecting estrogen, and she's never used a needle on herself before, and she's trying to keep it cool, but when the pharmacist isn't looking, she's all smiles. She's trying so hard to keep it cool, but also, how do birds hold needles? And the great bird Seamorg chopped his tits off last week. He saved every last bit of his energy telling the nurses he had something to get off his chest. And the nurses let 2 blue tits alive and well fly out the hospital singing their precious, gentle song. And the great bird Seamorg just died a little, in a cool way, when a little kid asked them if they were a boy or a girl because cardinals are supposed to be red or brown and not both. And Seamorg said, "Why are you asking a bird about social constructs?" And sometimes the great bird Seamorg hides in the shroud of the forest. He hasn't pulled the feathers out yet, but he knows that his kind are everywhere, and he can fly when the time is right, or maybe never. Or maybe the great bird Seamorg flies for the first time with the brave drumming of a hummingbird's ceaseless, triumphant beating heart. But most importantly, the great bird Seamorg, limitless in numbers, perches on courtyard benches everywhere. And when the supreme terror of the skies descends on us, with the fear of free fall, he sings to us sweet and terrible, takes our hands as they become talons, and in our first tongue asks us to become her.